The stress and overwhelm so many of us experience today isn't just about the demands of our jobs or even the lifestyle, but rather it's rooted in our mental fatigue, which is caused by constantly trying to predict the next step, constantly trying to figure out what to do next, making endless decisions and operating from the place of uncertainty. So when we are bombarded by these constant choices and unclear priorities, our minds become overloaded with unprocessed thoughts and unwanted questions. And that then leads to a cycle of overthinking, which drains our energy, it reduces our productivity, and actually it stifles our growth. So, operating from that state inevitably leads to poor decision making. The core of the struggle lies in our over reliance with our logical mind, which, by the way, according to science, only accounts for 5% of our cognitive activity. Yet we keep on trying to figure out things that we possibly can't figure out with our logical minds. We try to solve these complex problems, trying to predict unpredictable future, all while operating at 5% of our maximum potential. No wonder then it leads to exhaustion, confusion, missed opportunities, misaligned choices, and very importantly, dysregulated nervous system. So while logic alone has its value, it's not enough, especially when we are navigating uncertainty, especially when there is ambiguity in data or when we make decisions about people and also life goals. Logic alone can only take us so far, and then it becomes restrictive because it operates within a very narrow framework. And to expand our decision making capacity, we must learn how to go beyond the logical minds, because it is only outside the constraints of our logical minds where we unlock the full spectrum of our decision making faculties. This is when we tap into our creative power. This is when we start getting those inspired ideas, fresh ideas that enables us to make decisions faster, with more confidence, more clarity, without second guessing and over analyzing every single thing along the way. So, how do we do this? I don't think you're going to like my answer, but this is actually one of the most powerful ways to break through the limitations of logic and access your creative power. And it's super simple, but not easy. And that is allow yourself to be bored. Why? Well, because elevation requires isolation. And in our hyper connected worlds, we become so accustomed to this constant distractions that the idea of being alone with our thoughts, or worse, no thoughts alone, if you can manage that, it feels super uncomfortable. But it's in this moments of stillness, in this moments of pause and boredom, that this transformation happens. You know, when I work with my clients, pretty much every single one of them really struggles with this pause because it feels so uncomfortable. It feels so unfamiliar, so alien to the logical mind. It just urges them to get up and do something. But that's like training a puppy, right? You've got to patiently teach your body and to your mind to sit down, stay still over and over and over until the breakthrough occurs, until that moment of this clarity really happens, because this is where the true magic occurs, because out of nowhere the fresh ideas will begin to flow. If you've been stuck, if you weren't sure of your next step, this is when you gain clarity. Problems that once felt so overwhelming suddenly just lose their grip on you, and decisions become way easier because they start aligning with your values, with your goals, and with your purpose in life. So, this is the moment you really then begin to tap into your true power. This is the moment where you move from that state of reactivity, of being in a logical, reactive mind, into more intentional and aligned action. And this is how the real transformation occurs, through boredom. So, next time When you find yourself with nothing to do, resist the urge to fill the space, or rather to fill, not to feel, well, and to feel also. It's filling and feeling. But instead, embrace the discomfort, treat it as an opportunity to strengthen that creative, that intuitive muscle of yours. Get bored, get uncomfortable, because the discomfort actually is the only place where real growth and real transformation happen.